Hey, what's up, y'all? How's it going? Is the mic on? No. It is on. You hear me? Oh, there we go. I got it in the monitor now. Cool. So my name's Greg B. I'm a poet and activist here in Arcata, California, and it's super cool to be here. Yeah, my story is kind of weird, like how I got to Arcata. Wait, this is still tight. Basically, like I was a teenage like delinquent and drug addict, and had a lot of trauma as a kid. And people like kind of didn't think like I would do much. The like in school, the counselors were like, you know, not meeting potential. And what happened was like I kind of like drank and drugged myself into like psychosis, where I would needed hospitalization for a bunch of months. And people were like, you know, not so sure how good I would do, like in living life, or if I would be like institutionalized forever or what. And I don't know how to like describe what happened specifically, but like enough people in my life and enough like things happened, and like chance moments and like really powerful big epiphanies happened, where like I was able to like go back to school, become a registered nurse, then become a traveling registered nurse, and like moved here to Arcata 3 years ago. And like in the past 3 years, I've just like flourished, and I'm thriving, and I'm doing art full time, and I'm doing my activism here, and life is really fucking good. And sometimes I forget that, because there's like, you know, life is life, and there's ups and downs, and there's like depressed moments or sad moments, but like my life's a joy, and like just mind-blowingly beyond my wildest dreams I could have ever imagined. And a big part of that is like music and poetry, which is cool because that's like what we're doing here right now. So give yourselves all a round of applause for, because we're like saving people's lives all the time, and you don't even realize like the things you say or do, how they like affect people and actually save lives. So this is my first poem. It's one of the first poems I ever wrote, and one of the first poems I ever performed, and people said it was good, so I kept doing it. And like I said, my name's Greg B, and I wear skinny jeans. When the trend started, guys would buy girl jeans because no one made tight guy jeans yet, and I don't really know what a guy jean is or a girl jean is, but me and all my pretentious pop punk rock friends would make fun of the guys that wore them. But I secretly wanted to wear them too. And now I do. I'm not sure why. I like the way they look, I guess, and I like looking different. And if someone says I look like a queer, I like to tell them, so what if I do, you homophobic, hate-mongering square? I look cool. Real Big Fish said, it's not so bad being trendy. Everyone that looks like me is my friend. I've got a lip ring, band t-shirts, tattoos, and it would look really silly if I wasn't wearing these skinny-ass jeans, which make my butt look good. Call me conceited, but I know that they make my butt look good. Everyone knows you can't be an anti-conformist, tortured artist, writer type unless you hang around in coffee shops, listen to lyrically depressing music, and take pictures of yourself in the mirror with your head tilted and post every fucking one of them on Instagram until you realize that you're basic and mainstream with every trend that's set makes you forget who you are. I know who I am. I'm a brother, I'm a son, I'm a friend. I do yoga and meditate and try to forget about an ocean full of plastic forks, condoms, and candy wrappers. And I try to be a good person, but I write poetry. And I get these ideas in my head, like Jenny McCarthy paying off Bill Gates for first dibs on a COVID vaccine, or Alex Jones jerking off to videos of fake moon landings. But that doesn't really make me a bad person, does it? I like when they say that I'm creative instead. I'm post-punk, going to folk shows, taking enough meds to make you piss the bed. And even though I say these things in a poem, I do it to keep up the appearance of being a tortured artist, writer type. So I wear skinny jeans, but I wear them for me, not just because I'm obsessed with how I'm perceived. I'm me, and I try to be kind, and I try to be a good person. I know how to love and be loved, and I try to be the best me I can be. And I do it while I wear my skinny jeans. Thanks, y'all. So yeah, so that was that's a fun one to get started. I one of the more moving ahead in time. So I ended up going on tour last year. I wrote a book called "Saying Goodbye to Toxic Boys." It's a codependent love story, and it's kind of like really started a big conversation with the people that read it and me and other people. Like we're talking about like, for me, like what's the toxic masculinity and toxic and codependency in myself, right? I think a lot of my earlier years I was focusing on like external things and problems I had in relationships with like others. And in the past 5 years or so, I'm like really like examining myself and what my things are. So like I wrote this book and I like went all over the Pacific Northwest and like half of California, just talking about codependency in relationships, talking about toxic masculinity, and just having these conversations. In the last like 2 years, I came out as like queer, non-binary, pan, like polyamorous, and like these things are like all connected to me, and really just like learning a lot from like the people I interact with, like through spoken word, and it's just been like a joy. To be honest, it's been a real joy. So this was a poem that I like wrote on tour. And what, I told my Instagram followers I was gonna make an announcement right now, and I'm gonna do it right now. I wrote this poem on tour. I did it over and over and over again on tour. I recorded it. I submitted it to Button Poetry's contest, like their video contest. And although I lost the contest or didn't get chosen, they reached out to me and they wanted to post it on their Instagram or their YouTube channel anyway. So I'm really excited. That's gonna be happening in the near future. And I just like can't wait to kind of like be on a channel with like some of my heroes, like you have these like moments where you're like I'm in a coffee shop with Sabrina Benheim, and what's that? She's like reading her poetry off a phone like everybody else. And she's like someone I've idolized forever, and she's just reading new shit off her phone. And I was just like, I'm like handing her a poetry sticker, and it's like crazy. And now I'm gonna be like on a channel with all these people. So that's exciting. And this is that poem that is going to be there. So it's called, This Is Not My Baseline. This is what a manic episode looks like in 11 parts. This poem has a trigger warning that I forgot to mention: suicide, manic and dangerous behavior, and gambling addiction. Here we go. 1, I was driving my car 100 miles an hour down the interstate. And as the road ahead of me banked to the right, I wondered what would happen if I turned left. I just lit up a cigarette instead. I used to smoke a lot of cigarettes then. 2, I wrote another poem called Skinny Jeans. It's a funny poem. I use humor as a way to get the audience to like me and to get them comfortable enough to see the scariest corners of my mind. Bo Burnham said, you can tell them anything. Just make it funny, make it rhyme. This is not a funny poem. This poem does not rhyme. It's supposed to make you uncomfortable. 3, I'm sorry that I hurt you. I didn't mean to. Does anyone ever mean to? 4, when I was in community college, I took a poetry class. They played us recordings of problematic beat poets, and it was the first time I ever heard the queer voice of Allen Ginsberg say, I can't stand my own mind. I wanted to read poetry just like him. I read a poem about dying for the class. The professor told me that my metaphors weren't believable, that you can't actually be asleep long enough to be completely covered in snow. I asked him if he was ever suicidal. He told me that you can't expect all your readers to be suicidal. I said, fine, I'll just read poems like Ginsberg then. He told me that I was not Allen Ginsberg. I wanted to tell him the names of all the poets he wasn't and would never be, and who I was, but I decided to show him instead. That's when I started reading in coffee shops. Thank you, Professor. 5, when you're suicidal, you forget the names of all the Facebook friends who copy and pasted a status saying, call me anytime, we'll make coffee and talk. You text your best friends the words, I need help, but don't hit send, because you don't want to be a burden. 8, sometimes I talk so fast because I'm thinking so fast that my mouth can't keep up, but I'm scared that I'll forget what I'm saying, but forget to think about whether or not I should actually say the things. 9, I'm sorry I said them. 5, I'm going back in order. 5, bipolar people are more likely to kill themselves in a manic episode than a depressed one. People don't really understand that, though. They say, don't you feel good when you're manic? I tell them it's like when a comedian cuts their set short after a big laugh. They call it going out on a high note. 6, I do not feel good when I am manic. 10, I took out $500 and put it all on black. I mean, how many times can a roulette wheel really hit red in a row? I felt such shame. How many people could I have helped with that money instead? When I went back to the ATM, it told me that I had insufficient funds, that I was insufficient. 5 times. It can hit red 5 times in a row. It happens all the time. 11, Bukowski said that poetry is what happens when nothing else can. Right now, nothing else can, but I am not Charles Bukowski. Thanks, y'all. That's like one of my favorite poems. I'm just really bad at math and counting. It doesn't matter. They all go, if I hadn't said anything, you probably wouldn't even notice. Like 5 times. Yeah, I'm messing up the order. Yeah, this is like, yeah, totally. It's all right. That's like live, live performances. Oh, thank you. That's so sweet. This is an incredible space. I love what you all are doing here. I've driven by here like a billion times and always wonder what was inside. And it's filled with love and art and music and books all over the walls, and this is great. All right, so I'm going to do another one later, but we got a couple other poets that we're going to be like digitally bringing into the show. And the first one is a poet. It was one of the first poets I met when I came to Eureka. His name's Jeremiah. He organizes with A Reason to Listen. There was the Siren Song open mic. That's a long-running show, and just an incredible performer that I admire. And we're gonna bring him in via the internet and this huge computer. It looks really fun to use. So let's hear it for Jeremiah.
Hello. I'm J.W. Seaborn, and I'm going to be performing a couple of poems for you today. This piece is called Modern Day Valkyrie. The dunes were her stomach, and the wind was her hair. The sand whipped around me, the beach grass tangled in my hands. I was left there, I was left without reservation. Choked by my trappings, alone with history again, I sat in retrospect. The great sweep and the big wash, everything I wore was tearing off. I kept clutching at the tatters and looking on in awe like there was something buried beneath it. It seemed like the battle of a lifetime was seared into the distant sky I could barely watch, or kick the dust off this skeptic's total lack of heaven. Bifrost was broken, and I was astonished to be alive the next second on the precipice of creation. I took liberties with a new narrative for why a modern-day Valkyrie would give a damn about what I did. I don't need the old gods, but I have seen the power of a strong symbol to fortify my mind, adorn my body with mythical tattoos, and feel some continuity with an older world. I know it isn't a simple relationship I have with my ancestors. I don't condone their pursuits of glory and greed through conquest and violence, but I hold in high regard their bravery and their wildness. For in today's age, I will need every bit of bravery they had, only paired with discipline, with temperance. For what is glory now to a global citizen when I know our struggles are connected? Amidst the madness, my modern-day Valkyrie would expect to see some goddamn greatness from me, heal the wounds I can not cause them. Be a man who follows through on promises. Thaw out those brittle thoughts so long since frozen in. Compose new poems where I own my contradictions. I couldn't tell you exactly what I was looking for this morning, but descended from Vikings, maybe she knew, and was only keeping her silence to see how I would manage. Thank you. This next piece is called Incantations, and it's the title track of my upcoming studio album where we're combining spoken word poems with original musical soundscapes. Keep a lookout for it. Stay tuned. Welcome back. It's good to see you. I feel like we haven't been as much a part of each other's stories for the last year or two. I've missed some things. But hey, we're here now. Even if it's just for an evening. The embers from our late night fire still smolders in who I have become. Let these sparks of ours join the stars in wild incantations of trials past and skills yet honed. Together our eyes sharpen, sense warmth in the dark, to celebrate good things to be lost, to revel in the losing, to strain bones, show me durability, and let's laugh a little. I laugh a little bit easier with you next to me. And a decade later, will we remember? To me, these memories are like bright-colored stickers on worn furniture. There is no wrong way to do it if the result is a child smiles from it. See, I feel lucky that your words find me again. Like when our friendship was first framed out of strangers passing. I've gone through some changes myself. It's that way. It's games we played and arguments and hard work. I've turned on a dime. I've bent over backwards. I've compromised. I'm stronger for it. So precious to me are these scars. I wear them proudly. After a time, lengthy or brief, spent with you, my friend. Spent with good people. You are good people. I thank you. I thank you. This last poem is called Life is a River, and I hope you enjoy. It started with the rain, and it was loud then. Heavy clouds spill over the horizon. Genetics, this low-pressure storm that soaked the land, and how the ground swelled before you were born. It split open and gave way to a river. Now that is you and I and everyone that the turning of time has delivered here. Pulled along over a channel we call history, a multicultural landscape shapes our speed, oh the humanity. Walls as tall as Yosemite define and direct us. Angular edifices frame our perspectives. We were already tangled as children in the eddies and reeds. We learned how to swim. Life is a river. We were all shown how cold can be, and with the snow melt, things started to flow faster. Now, usually you are free to choose your favorite way how to swim, powerful strokes or playful paddles. Sometimes you skip stones, sometimes you skin your knees, sometimes there is laughter, sometimes there is drought and shortage. But ultimately you find that the current is the master. In the river valley of time, the shore is too steep to climb, and the constant pressure flow of little moments we live in show no sign of stopping, so there are really only two options, two things we can reach out for. First, there are the rocks, scattered along the way. Holding on to them may answer some scary questions, but the answers are unrealistic and selfish. They bear beliefs to convince you you are more clay than flesh, more fire than breath, that this crazy ride is not so special, but it is. It is. And besides, you can't hold on to these fixtures forever. I choose the second option, to be brave and swim freely with the other inspired people, sisters and brothers, sons and daughters. Life is a river that the best you can do is get damn good at going with the flow and treading water. Even when it's roiling and rough, that at the right opportunity you can help bring someone else up. Hold on to those human connections. We are still swimming. We are torrential. We are all bathed in the destiny of death. A slow baptism in the clumsy hands of circumstance now. You will learn how to hold your breath, or at least respect its absence made dirty and washed clean by the rise and the fall of our senses. And as long as there is a beat in your chest, you keep yourself from release to the whole and from nothingness. But the current, the pull of the current is relentless. And I'll buoy you up for as long as I can, I promise I will. And we don't get to know when the river opens into the mouth of memories, we the whispers rising to form the clouds. Vapors only to be mispronounced a few generations from now, but regardless of your future notions. The river ran out in the ocean. The river ended in the ocean. And it'll be quiet then. Thank you. Thanks for tuning in.
Wow, great. Thank you so much. That was Jeremiah. Incredible work. Next up to the virtual stage, we have Zira Starchild, who's incredible. I met her at Word Humboldt, I guess last summer. She does an eclectic blend of poetry, hip-hop, multi-talented, and just really brings some great energy. So she will be up next, and we're going to pull her in via the internet again. All right, let's hear it.
Mistakes that I have made, or any of the things that cause me pain. I am not the pieces of the dream I left behind. I am alive. I am alive. I age. I am not my race, my soul inside is all alive, all alive. I am the living dream of my ancestors, born in slavery in this land of the free. And I am conscious, woke, and alive, know the power of my spirit. That's why I thrive. I am confident we have a purpose. If we use our gifts and skills, we're sure to be of service. I am aware of the power of the words. Meditate upon them so your soul feels heard. Throw me in the shallow water, for I get too deep. What I am is what I am, you what you are, or what I am is what I am, you what you are, or what I am. The living dream of my ancestors, born in slavery in this land of the free. And I am conscious, woke, and alive, know the power of my spirit. That's why I thrive. I am confident we have a purpose. If we use our gifts and skills, we're sure to be of service. I am aware of the power of the words. Meditate upon them so your soul feels heard. Well, hello, Mr. Soul. I dropped by to pick up a reason for the thought that I caught, that my head is the event of the season. Why in crowd just a trace of my face could seem so pleasing. I cop out to the change, but a stranger is putting the tease on. I was down on the frown when the messenger brought me a letter. I was raised by the praise of a fan who said I upset her. Any girl in the world could have easily known me better. She said, you're strange, but don't change, and I let her. After a while, will the smile on my face turn to plaster? Stick around while the clown who is sick does a trick of disaster. For the race for my head and my face is moving much faster. Is it strange I should change? I don't know. Why don't you ask her? Is it strange I should change? I don't know. Why don't you ask her? Mr. Soul, Mr. Soul, Mr. Soul, Mr. Soul. You are a light in this world, but the dark you got to suffer. Consequences great, cause a war is undercover, but a new day dawns. Light is strong and getting stronger. Hold up, hold out, hold on a little longer. Darkness on this planet, busy selling us a story. Some of us ain't buying it, and there we find the glory. Visualize your dreams to bring them to fruition, and use your inner GPS, cause that's your intuition. Be a light, shine bright, illuminate the darkness so that we can make it right. You're a light, so ignite a new world that is upon us. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, why 2020 was hard. Layoffs, shutdowns, lockdowns right from the start. Yet even when they said you couldn't work like you were essential, it didn't seem to stop the very rich from getting richer. State of Cali surplus now 100 billion strong, but the middle class is shrinking. That just seems wrong. Then the sky shall get, then there's not shall lose. It's the same old power and it still makes news. So be a light, shine bright, illuminate the darkness so that you can make it right. You're a light, so ignite a new world that is upon us. Yeah, yeah. Ooh. You are a light in this world, but the dark you got to suffer. Consequences great, cause a war is undercover, but a new day dawns. Light is strong and getting stronger. Hold up, hold out, hold on a little longer. Darkness on this planet busy selling us a story. Some of us ain't buying it, and then we find the glory. Visualize your dreams to bring them to fruition, and use your inner GPS, cause that's your intuition. Be a light, shine bright, illuminate the darkness so that you can make it right. You're a light, so ignite a new world that is upon us. Yeah, it is upon us. New world, it is upon us. New world is upon us. New world, it is upon us. Oh, yeah.
All right, great. Let's hear it for Zero Star Child. So amazing. All right. We got Lyndsey Battle up next. I'm going to do one more poem before they all come up. All right. This has a trigger warning, too. You got COVID, suicide. That's it. Those are the trigger warnings. All right. A poem written on the morning of April 7th after COVID-19. I drive to the North Jetty at 2:04 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I can't sleep. I have a perfectly good shelter, but the in-place part is something I've never been able to figure out. I come to the same spot on the jetty when I feel unsure of what to do next. No matter what is going on with me or the world, this place stays the same. The ocean is always there. When the day comes that I come to this spot and the ocean is gone, that's when I'll know we can just say fuck it and be done with the whole thing. Right now, the tide is rough. Humboldt fog rolls in and covers every star in the sky. This is literally what I'm seeing, not a metaphor for hard times or uncertainty in the future, although it would be a good one. Maybe this place knows how to make its own metaphors. Maybe right now, all we need to do is listen to the waves as they crash, cook Sunday dinner, and tell the people in our lives that we love them. Shelter in a way that doesn't say I'm afraid, in a place where you'd rather say I'm trying the best I can, instead of I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was doing. At 2:31 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I wonder if I can sit here until the sun comes up over the ocean. I wonder if I could sit here with you on a blanket until 6:49 a.m., like that time we did in Hasbury Park. We counted 7 shooting stars that we both saw. I knew that if I just held you there a little longer, it would make everything better, but you said we should get going. I know that no matter how hard I try, you will not sit here with me. No matter how hard I try, the sun will not rise over the Pacific Ocean, but I still wonder. At 2:42 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I think about how tragic it would be if I didn't take off my shoes and socks and dip my feet in the water. How tragic it would be if I didn't feel the wet sand between my toes the night I came to the North Jetty to die. So I take them off, one by one, and run off to dip them in. And as I get closer to the water, it feels like the ocean is receding. With every step, the water is somehow further away. I run faster, and I am so scared that there is a tsunami waiting to crash down around me. I'm scared that God is hiding there, neither omnipotent nor benevolent, just hiding there the way cowards do. My feet feel a beautiful splash of water, and I rejoice. I let the moment pass without acknowledging it. I turn around and start sprinting back to my car. I don't know if I'm running away from a tsunami or God or Humboldt County, the love of my life or a lifetime of regrets. Maybe I just love to run. Maybe it feels good to move my body this way after spending the day in bed, and however many weeks we've been living this way, maybe viruses aren't the only things that want to spread. Maybe it's okay to love the run. And at 3:08 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I can confidently say that it doesn't have to be towards or away from anything. It can just be on the beach for fun, to make you feel something other than boring, to let you know that the things you want are always there, even if it's raining or cold or you just don't feel like going. Thanks. All right, everybody's here now. What's up? Yeah, go for it. Yep. Okay, bye.
All right, thank you everybody for tuning in this evening and joining us here virtually, performers and guests joining us in person. Today marks the last live stream of the Sanctuary. We've done a year and a half of live streaming here. Shout out to James Zeller, Daniel Nickerson, two of our JC regulars. Shout out to Katie Belknap, Natalie Williams, Katy Warner, our co-operators, managers of the Sanctuary. Those three individuals have kept this place going throughout the entire pandemic. We are so lucky to have them. And today is a celebration of multiple things. We're celebrating solstice. We're celebrating fathers. We're celebrating Juneteenth still, as it was just yesterday, but we're still feeling that. And I just want to thank everyone for keep doing your music, keep doing your art, and your mustard, and all the good things that keep us going in this life. And so now is the time that we'd like to say, hey, if you appreciate all of this, would you please consider donating to the Sanctuary? For this event, this is going to be an offering of prizes for our donation rewards. And so if you donate $25, you can get the compilation of the J Street Regulars Radio Hour compilation. It's the first volume of this. James Eller worked on that. If you give us a $25 donation, you get that. If you go up from that, we also have some prints. Look at that. By the talented Katie Belknap. We have some ceramic faces made by Natalie Williams and some other things made by Katy Warner. And if you donate more, you get more. Things that we're offering are private concerts for donations over $200, I believe. Anyways, we have that in the comments. Next up, I would like to invite friends to the stage and also a special guest, Jenny, who's joining Lyndsey Battle today. Thank you for being here. Thank you, everyone. Here comes Lyndsey Battle.
Hello. Hey, it's cool to play here, and there's people in here. Last time we were here, that wasn't a thing, so it feels like a lot is changing. Yeah, there was one person. Now there's more than one person. And we're happy to be here and celebrating the longest day of the year with you. And we're going to play a song in the spirit of that called Shootin' Spree. This is Cory over here. He's tuning his banjo. And this is Alex. My name's Lyndsey. And we'll just get into it, shall we? Is there a way to hear on that monitor? Aha. There we go. Thanks. Okay. Here we go. In the beginning was you. It started between me and you.
was singing and dancing, love and romance and dreams seemingly waiting to come true. Pancakes on the table at supper time. Love is in the kitchen with a glass of wine. It took me by surprise when he looked me in the eyes and said, why don't we go on a shooting spree? We'll shoot down all the thoughts and ideas of one another. Why don't we go on a shooting spree? We'll shoot down all the thoughts and ideas of one another. I'd rather go knock off a bank, hijack a big army tank, and take a hostage or two. Go to the zoo and set all of the animals free. Hop a ship to the Bahamas and escape this place. Find some public property we can deface. Still you shook your head as firmly as you said, why don't we go on shooting spree? We'll shoot down all the thoughts and ideas of one another. Why don't we go on shooting spree? We'll shoot down all the thoughts and ideas of one another. Why don't we go on shooting spree? We'll shoot down all we thought we knew about each other. Why don't we go on shooting spree? We'll shoot down all the thoughts and ideas of one another. Of one another. Of one another. Of one another. Y'all. So we're pretty excited to be here and getting to play music for you. It's been a while. This whole pandemic, I hadn't really been playing all that much. I've been really missing playing with Cory, and Alex and I haven't been playing all that much either. But it feels good to be back playing music again, and I'm super excited because just yesterday we got to play for the first time with this gal. I want to introduce her. It's Jenny Scheinman. You might have heard of her. She's kind of a big deal. And she's gonna play a song with us about laundry because I hate laundry so much, I just wanna sing songs about it. And this one's called Dirty Laundry. It's kind of a newer song. And we're gonna play it for you right now. Is there a way that we can actually get more of that monitor situation? And there's still a bass thing happening over here. You hear that?
Yeah, if there's any bass in the monitor,
can you just take the bass out of the monitor?
it shouldn't be in the monitor.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. Maybe we won't do that. Maybe we'll just turn the monitor back down where it was. We'll make it work. Okay. All right. We'll start it faster than. It sounds good. Okay. I'll trust you. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. seeing double standards every time I go looking for truth. The stench of his breath more pungent than actions, and all the linen still reek of abuse. If it's real what they say, then it all will come out and wash someday. Well, it's news to me, 'cause it's rather exhausting to always be. If it's real what they say, then it all will come out in the wash someday. Well, it's news to me, 'cause it's fucking exhausting to always be hanging it out on the line. Y'all, that's a new one right there, and we're just kind of, I think we're gonna stick with mostly originals this evening. It's really fun to play with you guys. Thanks for being here, Cory and Jenny and Alex, and thanks for inviting us to be here too, Sean. It's a cool opportunity. Yeah, the last live stream from the Sanctuary, I mean, like, the Sanctuary was live streaming it up during the pandemic, so no, you brought a lot of music to and art to a lot of people that were really missing it. So thanks for doing that, Sanctuary people. We'll just get right back into it. This one is called In a Good Way. To every story, and they all hold their truths to uphold their glory, like a palindrome saying the same thing, forward and backward and upside down, sideways, always in a good way. In a good way. For lack of a better word, I'll call it empathy, that I'm giving to you in exchange for sympathies, 'cause all I ever wanted was to remind you how to play and be okay today, always in a good way. I've forgotten to forgive you. I think that's what I'm trying to do. This flag I'm waving's no longer red. It has been disinfected with bleach instead. I'm waving around my insecurities on a constant quest after purity. Well, I'll sing you my song, then shine on along my way today, always in a good way. much, y'all. Will you let us know when we're running out of time and stuff too? I forgot to ask. Oh, no? I'm sure? Okay. Okay. We'll play another song. Petrolia is like, I met that valley back in 2011, and it's been such like a part of my heart since then. And I met you out there. Jenny was my neighbor in Petrolia, which is kind of a trippy thing to meet someone in Petrolia, be neighbors with them in Petrolia. And yeah, I love that place. And when I was out there, I wrote a lot of songs, many songs. And this one in particular, we had some chickens that I really like chickens. And they know that I don't like eggs, and I feel like they like me because they know that I don't like eggs. I'm like not after their eggs at all. Like, so I wrote a song inspired by the chickens that we had out there, and also my daughter was 2 when we lived out there. So we're gonna string these songs together, and it kind of like sums up a lot of sentiments of how I feel about Petrolia. So we'll do that right now for you. And I'll quit talking. Gonna paint you a picture with raspberry paint, blueberry paint, strawberry paint, lemon paint, and artichoke paint, daffodil paint, and a hint of rainbow. Life's emerging as I go. Chickens in the compost looking for food. I'm out here looking for solitude. 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 Sometimes the hawks circle around me like prey. Other times they fly overhead and I can't seem to get what they said. So I'm painting you a picture with worm castings, rotten eggshells, and lots of yucky things that I find floating around the yard. Though I try hard, I can't disregard them. I'm sliding in that rainbow. Chickens in the compost looking for food. I am out here looking for solitude. 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 With berry tinted lips, chins Will you remember the time when the wind became our breath, blowing bubbles into afternoon's delight? Will you remember the time when the sun brewed our tea, kissed our skin, tucked us in, and bid us good night? Oh, child, child of mine, well, time is standing still, it's still it cannot remain. When life used to pass us by, in this moment, we've lost our will to gain. Thanks. Right. How are we doing on time, Sean?
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time.
Yeah, 40 minutes from when you started, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Well, you let us. You
I don't
let
know
us.
exactly when you started.
I don't know either. I wasn't looking. Okay. Well, we'll keep playing them until you tell us to stop. We'll play a song now for you about Thanksgiving, and my daughter was born on Thanksgiving, which makes it a holiday that I tolerate now. Because it wasn't very special to me before that. I'll admit, Thanksgiving was not my favorite holiday, but she gave me a reason to be thankful for sure. This is kind of an ungrateful Thanksgiving song, a bit, but it's calling out Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving needs to be called out. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Train out west, in a state of mind that he lived his life better than the rest, and he spread his ideas on a Thanksgiving table, twisting tongues to speak fiction as a fable. Well, thank you, Lord, for what we've stolen. I am grateful. Redwoods wake the fog away, and clarity's bound. Hallowed echoes in the winds of woodly island sound. The curse we build with every tree we choose to cut down in the name of progress. Speaks volumes to our children and to our society. Well, I won't know, you may not agree, but I know I got a little devil in me. Yes, I know I got a little devil in me. Well, I know I got a little devil in me. On the other side, life is cherry pie, howling at the moon and reaching for the sky. I'm praying now for my favorite candidates to win. If they don't, the earth is bound to cease to spin. Revelation, 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 revolution. Revelation, 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 revelation. in freezing rain, justified by living in a way that Big Brother could remain, spreading his ideas on a Thanksgiving table, twisting tongues to speak fiction as if fable. Thank you, Lord, for what we've stolen, I am grateful. What we've chosen to accept here as our reality speaks volumes to our children and to our society. Well, I wanna know, you may not agree, but I know I got the devil in me. Yes, I know I got the devil in me. Well, I know I got the devil in me. By the smile on my face, it ain't so easy to see, but I know I got the devil in me. All of our songs in alphabetical order. Oh, it's instrument switching time. So I'm gonna pick up. I'm gonna downsize a bit, and Cory's. I'm gonna lose 2 strings, but have no fear. Cory's gonna gain a couple.
Just one.
Oh, you're gonna gain 1.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
You're gonna gain 1. Oh.
Like the shed about 10 pounds, so it's like.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Oh, thanks. Yeah, those banjos are heavy, huh?
I ordered an extra heavy one too, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. That way you don't have to like practice deadlifting as much.
Oh yeah, just
you know,
kind of do your
the
squats
gym.
while you learn it.
Yeah. Banjo squats.
Great, yeah.
That's why you have such monstrous thighs.
Yeah.
I always wondered. I know. Check out the thighs on this guy. Takes my ukulele a bit of time to want to stay in tune. So we'll see how this goes. We'll start it off in tune, and we'll see where it ends up. This is a song about keeping it simple. It's called Take 4. In life we make decisions, some with options galore. Should I sleep on the futon or snuggle on the floor? It has come to my attention that some people just want more. But when life hands you 6 strings, just take 4. Just take 4 when you're uncertain. Less is more when you're not sure just what to do. Just before getting overwhelmed with complications, know the less leaves more to your imagination. Just take 4 when 2 more complicate things. It's a chore sometimes to sort through what more brings. To avoid getting overwhelmed with obligation, know that less leaves more to your imagination. Now here we see our troubles are much simpler than before. The things we take for granted become harder to ignore. Though it's tough to pass up bargains at your favorite thrift store. When life hands you 6 strings, just take 4. Just take 4 when you're uncertain. Less is more when you're not sure just what to do. Just before getting overwhelmed with complications, know the less leaves more to your imagination. Just take 4 when 2 more complicate things. It's a chore sometimes to sort through what more brings. To avoid getting overwhelmed with obligation, know the less leaves more to your imagination. In life we make decisions, some with options galore. Should I sleep on the futon or snuggle on the floor? It has come to my attention that some people just want more, 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 more. But when life hands you 6 strings, just take 4. Just take 4 when you're uncertain. Less is more when you're not sure just what to do. Just before getting overwhelmed with complications, know that less leaves more to your imagination. Just take 4 when 2 more complicate things. It's a chore sometimes to solve through what more brings. To avoid getting overwhelmed with complications, know that less leaves more to your imagination. We're planning on playing 2 more. Does that 2 more 10 minutes? That sounds about right.
Sounds about right.
Okay, let's do that. 2 more in 10 minutes.
Should we do Light Up of the World? Or do you want to start with Mayday?
Oh, I think we should do Mayday. Let's do Mayday and we'll do we'll end it with a standard. Yeah, because we got a sling of. I've been making mustard, and so anyone who likes mustard out there, we released a jazz standard album. It's available exclusively on Mustard, People's Records. You can get it, or at Wildwood Music, and it's all the classics on your new favorite mustard. Go check it out. We'll play a song that appears on that record, and Jenny played on that album too, and it's a really special album. We actually it was the last album we got to record with our dear friend Tim Gray before he passed away, so it's kind of nice to have it out there in the ether, and on Mustard no less. I think that he would approve. Why not release it on a condiment? We weren't doing anything else with it. All right. Okay, I'm in tune. I'm going to try to play harmonics now.
We will come.
heartstring look upon us as we sip our coffee. Well, I think I put too much sugar in mine. Darling, your lips, they still taste of wine. Well, I hate to go, leaving you behind. 'Cause it's bliss versus happiness. Well, it's a win-win situation. But just like a spool of thread tossed up with an invocation, well, come on, done we will come, undone we will come undone. We'll come undone, we will come undone, we will come undone. We'll come undone, we will come undone, we will come undone. We'll come undone, we will come undone, we will come undone. We'll come undone, we will come undone, we will come undone. Well, it's 5 o'clock, the rooster's crowing, no need to open up my eyes, 'cause it's sunshine waking up to you. Thank you. So we're gonna play one more song for you. This is the only song that we're playing for the evening that I didn't write. However, it's a Gershwin tune, and I love the music that George and Ira Gershwin wrote together. And this is the last song that Ira Gershwin wrote the lyrics for before he passed away. And I feel like it's kind of a cool last tune to leave the world with. You know, I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it, but he seems like he's a pretty deep guy, right? He writes a lot of good lyrics. So, anyways, it's called "Love Is Here to Stay," and it's available on the Jazz record, which is available on Mustard exclusively at Wildwood Music and People's Records. Go get you some today, and have a sandwich and some music out of the whole deal. Okay, that's my pitch.
You're doing great.
Thanks. Okay, 1, 2. It's very clear our love is here to stay, not for a year, but ever and today. The radio and the telephone and the movies that we know may just be passing fancies, and in time may go. But oh my dear, our love is here to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they're only made of clay. But our love is here to stay. to stay. Together we're going a long, long way. In time the Rockies may crumble, Gibraltar may tumble, they only made of clay. But our love is here, our love is here, our love is here to stay. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Sean, for inviting us to be here. It's Cory Goldman, Jenny Scheinman, and Alex Montes de Oca on the bass. And we had a lot of fun. And stay tuned because there's a super group that is coming up next here on Summer in the Sanctuary. Bye, y'all.
enough, no.
Do you believe in life after love? Despite not having
now that we got
practiced,
your attention.
despite having never rehearsed it, we will now play a Cher cover.
We'll now play Believe from memory.
From memory.
From memory.
We're here.
We're here, and we are.
We are here.
Hey, Jody, how do you say the name of our band?
Colatchee.
Colatchee.
Nice. Nice.
It's like when you latch something, and there's a co-op,
Yeah.
and you latch it.
And then your chi
You're just confusing them.
kind of charges.
That's the point, no? No, it's
It's
some
a
sort of.
strata of the earth. It's a level of terra firma. All right? We could have some geologist majors watching us.
There might be some. Yeah, we're Colatchee. I know what it's like to have a broken heart. I know what it's like to have a broken heart. I know what it's like to have a broken heart. I know what it's like to have a broken heart. I know what it's like to have a broken heart.
We're live.
You guys can do this too.
I know what it's like to have a broken heart.
We know you do.
I know what it's like to have a broken heart. I know what it's like to have a broken heart. Tell me what you're after. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you're after. Put it on the line. 'Cause when you ask, I'll answer. I'll give you my reply. So very long I'm after the changes that I want. For people's lives to be filled with love and laughter. So I will fight to keep love alive, even in hard times. It's still worth the fight. 'Cause when I think of love, I don't think of money. I don't think of things from a fancy store. I think of things like sweetness, and the color of your hair, and how we're all connected to the world we're in. So I will die to keep love alive, even in dark times. It's still worth the fight. I know what it's like to have a broken heart. I know what it's broken heart. I know what it's like to have a broken heart. I know what it's
They really like you, Julio.
Thanks, Joe. That was cool. This next song's called Clouds.
I'm going to go ahead and make this the last time I ever play this song. This song was written during the pandemic. It's about transitioning towards the good things, yeah. Shape-shifting cloud, like it changes every day. Never the same ways, never the same ways. Ways we walk the streets, hugs, high fives, holding babies. See you on the screen, I'll see you on the screen. Live behind a screen, so distant, cold and clean. Living through machines, isn't human being. Life behind a screen, so distant, cold and clean. Living through machines, isn't human being. Life behind a screen, so distant, cold and clean. Living through machines, isn't human being. You just made my day. Heard your voice, saw your warm face. We will be okay. We will be okay.
Thank you. Sean Pitney.
Thank you. Sean Perdidos.
So, if you didn't know, we're a super group. Not that we're like super people or anything. We're all pretty messed up. Like morally, no. In the sense that there's 3 bands amongst us. Julio and I play in a band called Blood Hunny. We got Jody and Sean in the Cold Light duo. Yeah. And we got Julio and Sean as Los Perdidos. A ver, estamos otro grupo juntos, but so we're all songwriters and singers, so that's why you see this like, just like really tense, like fighting for the spotlight. It's just.
It's a bit of a crisis.
It's a bit of a crisis. Everybody's watching this TV show. It's about a woman who helps people see what doesn't make them happy anymore. Think I'm having some sort of crisis. Starting to think that that's what a series of crises. Starting to think that that's what life is, a series of crises. Wait, is it crisis or crises or crises? Crises?
Crisis.
Seriously, is it crises or crises?
Crises?
Crises. In my coffee this morning, and I can smoke cigarettes till my lungs turn black. I know that none of these things are necessarily changing anything, but afterwards my mind and my body feel a little more intact, little more intact, still not fully intact yet. some sort of crisis. Starting to think that that's what life is, a series of crises.
I had that moment when I was a fanboy on stage. Oh, yeah. Fanboy.
This next song is dedicated to science. And science improving
we're all
human
believers
life.
here, right? In science. I wrote this song before the pandemic. Somebody challenged me to write a song about a historical figure. So I wrote this song about the guy who invented/discovered penicillin. It's kind of like a trickle-down effect. All those people who discovered things.
I want to say, I heard this song before it was explained to me what it was about, and I was very confused.
That's why I have to tell a little story.
And you'll see why. Just imagine you have no idea what it's about, hearing it.
You know it's about penicillin.
But now you know it's about penicillin, so you have an advantage that I did not have.
Saved my life, and you never even knew my name. You saved our lives, and the world has surely changed. A shining light and ever clear, you kept us close and beat back our fears. Oh, Alex, you never even knew my name. Well, the gift you gave, it was given to you as well. Just growing wild in a glass place beside the open windowsill. How strange that something brewed the answer to everything that ails the brave. And now, Alex, your life will never be the same, 'cause you saved us all from a life of never-ending pain. You saved the day, from that day forth until today. The chosen one below the sun, you've crushed our tiny mind. Oh, Alex, from God you shifted the blame. A hidden galaxy discovered just beyond our reach. Shifting countless forms competing like sand upon the beach. With that simple act our held has delivered us from certain hell. Oh, Alex, I thank the stars you came, 'cause you saved my life. Even though I'm from a different day, you saved our life. And you never even knew our names. Oh, Alexander, I praise your name. saved my life. You saved my life. You saved my life. You saved my life. And I praise your name. 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 Oh, Alexander Fleming, I'll praise your name. Thank you.
Jody.
Jody wrote that one. You knew that already because he talked about it. I'm going to play another Jody original. No stories. Enough stories. Just songs from here on out.
That's good because this one doesn't necessarily have a story. This one's called Time.
Actually,
it's just like about right now, I guess, which is kind of a story, but not always.
Guys, I messed up. I said another Jody original, but I was wrong about the order. This next one's actually by Julio. I'm sorry.
The last song was Jody's, and I liked playing Jody's songs.
And also the one after this is going to be by Jody, so I'm not totally out of my mind.
Oh, yeah, this is quick.
Anyways.
Let's do it. Sabemos que el mundo se va a acabar. No es algo que puedo olvidar. Time, I wanna spend time with you. It's all I want to do. Spend some time with you. It's all we got, it's true. Sabemos que el mundo se va a acabar. Hay que vivir mientras que estamos aquí. Time, I wanna spend time with you.
Speaking of time, it's not real. Am I right, ladies?
I heard somewhere once that time's a flat circle, and we'll all be in this room again someday. Been here before.
Damn. I've always been here and I will never leave. I'm trapped.
But if you choose to leave, you are free.
Yeah, that wasn't like a threat.
See what you did there. This next song's called Free. Seems to me it's clear to see for my life I'm free, with nothing to hold on to. For my life I'm free, I'm free to fall far from grace, free to die, leave not a trace. I'm free to follow my reptile brain. I'm free to lie on the tracks of the train. Outside, looking in on a life and what could have been. But truth be told, I'm an eager soul to be free, to be free, free. Free to follow my reptile brain, free to lie on the tracks of the train. I see through the rules that has taken you. It's to eat your hand and kept you down again. But I'm above the fray. I can leave any day, 'cause I'm free. Because I'm free, free to fall far from grace, free to die, leave not a trace. I'm free to follow my reptile brain. I'm free to lie on the tracks of the train. Thank you. Oh, yes, hey.
Now we turn into
So this
Little.
next one's a cover.
What'd you say, Sean?
Turn into Little Thief now.
Little Thief, yeah. This is a Big Thief song.
It's like a band within a band.
So for the purposes of this song only, we are Little Thief. Humans in the honest light. Love is a cold infection, alright. How in the morning of one bad night do I fight your touch like a fever? Human man, you loosen my mind, loosen my hand from the beckoning knife. How in the fortune of your heart do you lay me down a believer? You can't see me, can't see. 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 Humans in the honest light. Love is a cold infection, alright. Oh, in the morning of one bad night do I fight your touch like a fever. You can't see me, can't see. 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 Fool in my heart. I'm fool in my heart. I'm fool in my heart. I'm fool in my heart. Humans in the honest light. Love is a cold infection, alright. How in the morning, one bad night do I fight your touch like a fever. You can't see me, can't see. 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 Oh, thanks. Big Thief rules.
Last stream, it's coming to an
The
end.
last scream.
We'll all have to be in the same room. Somebody will stand in front of you and film the show. Looking around them to see the live show. I always end up watching the screen when the other person's filming. I'm like, yeah, that's a good video. Yeah, that's gonna come out good. I'm like, I'm sorry.
All right, we got two more for you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight, virtually or in person. And yeah, consider donating to the sanctuary so we can do more of this type of stuff in person together, all together. And we got cool stuff for everyone that donates.
This one's also a cover. It's called Farewell Transmission.
We didn't have enough time to put together original stuff. No, we did this on purpose. We did this on purpose.
We chose this song.
We chose this.
every light on this side of the town. Suddenly it all went down. Now we'll all be brothers. Oh, the fossil fires of the sun. Now we'll all be sisters. Oh, the fossil blood of the moon. Someone must have set us up. Now we'll be working in the cold gray rock. Now we'll be working in a hot mill steam. Yeah, we'll be working in the concrete. It's the sirens in the silences now. All the great set apart. All at once it starts to be. After tonight, if you don't want this to be a secret out of the past, I will resurrect it. I'll have a good go at it. I'll streak his blood across my beat, dust my feathers in his ash. Feel his ghost breathing down my back. I will try.
About it is no one gets it right, and the real truth about it is we're all supposed to try.
There ain't no end to the sands I've been trying to cross. The real truth about it is my kind of life's no better off. I've got a map, por si me pierdo. We will try. We will be gone. Desert I'll cross. No, I've known this all along. Mama, here comes midnight with the dead moon in its jaw. Must be the big star about to fall. Mama, here comes midnight with the dead moon in its jaw. Must be the big star about to fall. Long dark blue. The west dark blues. Listen. Long dark blues. Listen. Thank you so much. Thank you to the sanctuary. Thank you to everyone that's been here tonight, that's tuned in. Thanks for everyone that's tuned in all those other weeks before.
You recognize this guy? Did some screaming.
I was online.
This guy.
I surfed the net.
You might have seen him on the World Wide Web.
You know, plug me to a search engine.
So we got one more song.
Don't Google me.
This is like our, you guys know like We Are the World, that song? We are the world, we are the, okay, this is like that, our version of that. So you just like gotta imagine we got like Stevie Wonder, Paul McCartney, Bob Dylan, like all in a like, for this, okay.
For anyone who's seen that video, Bob Dylan in that video is like my spirit animal. Like the way that he is in that video.
He could not care less. That's your spirit animal? Not caring less.
John Pitney on the drums. Very good. Give it up for the John. The man. Very good. Julio Perdido on everything.
Oh my God.
It's on everything. Everything. We got Big over there doing something. Looking good. Holding it down.
And Jody Goldman. I don't want to stop believing in the places I've been dreaming in. Circles folding and collapse. New visions come out of the ash. When it gets hard, I remember to feel the pain and laughter. I've been hurt and I've been scared, and I've done things without being there. And we can take a risk and fall. It's better than doing nothing at all. And cops don't protect us. We're the ones who deserve our trust. It's a cruel, cold world. Who's gonna take care of us? It's a cruel, cold world. Who's gonna take care of us? It's a cruel, cold world. It's a cruel, cold world. Who's gonna take care of us? It's a cruel, cold world. Who's gonna take care of us? Tell me who, it's gonna be me and you. 'Cause cops are fucking murderers. They do not help. Firemen are okay, but they're on thin ice. But for now it's fine. But we gotta take care of each other, because that's the only way. I mean, shit's gonna collapse. Society is literally collapsing. We have to take care of each other. Just plant a garden, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? gonna want to plant a garden. You're gonna want to, if you see somebody struggling, like just like walking down the street and they're having a hard time, don't call the cops on them. There's like a lot of stigma and stereotypes that folks who are struggling with like mental health and addiction are inherently violent, and so it makes us scared to like just reach out and be like, hey, how you doing? Can I offer you a fucking snack? And a lot of it is based on bullshit. So, just take a risk and reach out to the people in your community, even if you don't know them. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Because there's people like...
it's a cruel, cold world. We gotta take care of us. That's what I'm saying.
You know who's gonna take care of us?
Take care of us.
Jody. Jody's gonna take care of us.
Jody's gonna take care of us. How are you gonna take care of us, Jody?
I will take care of you.
Let's hear it. How are you gonna take care of us?
All right. With a sick bass line.
I feel taken care of by that bass line.
And Julio's gonna take care of us.
How are you gonna take care of us, Julio?
How you gonna do it, man?
How you gonna do it, man?
I'll play the same thing again.
Oh yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Feel so cozy. Yeah.
How's Big gonna take care of you?
Big's gonna take care of us.
Oh, you know how I'm gonna take care of you? Oh, like this. I'm gonna take care of you. My name is Big, and I won't call the cops on you. 'Cause I love you. Hey, Sean, how you gonna take care of us? It's a cruel, cold
Thank you, everyone in the room. Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet.
Sanctuary, Summer.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Internet
everybody, for
overlords.
And just
Thank
a
you,
reminder,
lizards.
This is a fundraising event tonight, so please consider donating towards this cause, the Creative Sanctuary, a nonprofit organization. We are offering for people that donate $25 to $100, you get a choice between a compilation of the radio hour
Oh shit.
or a printed card by Katie Belknap.
Damn, I want
You want to
that.
donate a little bit more, $100 to $200, you get a decoupaged book box by Katy Warner or a ceramic wall pocket by Natalie Williams.
Oh, fuck
Want to go bigger? And we're offering a private movie party on the sanctuary if you wanted to donate $200 to $500. And $500 up, you get yourself a private concert at a location of your choice.
What? That's
So-
insane. That's insane.
Thank you, everybody.
Insane.
And I'm going to ask my... Okay.
Right.
Yes, that's it. Yes, that's it. Yes, that's it.
You all say you were here for the first ever Colatchee gig. Thank you for that. I know, it's so great.